Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Amber if you're new here. Today we're just going to talk about my reading wrap up really quick for the month of July. I didn't do as bad as I thought. I actually read 7 books and 2 of them were on my Kindle, so that's why it doesn't look very impressive, but I'm very proud. Because it was just like busy. I was getting ready for my new job. We went on vacation and I felt like I did finish a book on vacation, but I only finished 1 book. So yeah, I think it was a pretty good reading month for it being like the end of the summer, the wrap up of my restful relaxation time before everything hits the fan. So let's just get right into it. First, I picked up Haunting and Hunting Adeline. I did Haunting Adeline on my Kindle first, and then I got halfway through and I was like, I need to order the second one immediately. There's just something about, like, if I like the book to an extent, I want it physically, and I really wanted this one, and it's huge. It is so huge. Don't touch my coffee. No, ma'am. Hope tries to, like, get my straws, like, all the time, and I don't know why she doesn't understand that she can't do that when I'm trying to drink it, okay? At least just have the decency to like try to lick my straw after I have my coffee, because otherwise you're gonna make me very angry. If you didn't know, it's like 7 a.m. because I'm unhinged and I have things to do. So anyway, Haunting Adeline, 5 stars for sure. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. If you haven't read it yet, it would be like the perfect fall time dark romance. Just the vibes are very fall, and there's like Halloween. Ugh, I love it. And yeah, and my friends told me, they're like, as soon as you finish that first one, you need the second one immediately. And I did listen, so I had it ready to go. And we jumped into this one immediately, also 5 stars. So if you didn't know this story, it's the cat and mouse duet. It's about Adeline, who is moving into her grandma's like old spooky house. Like, we're very sure that there's ghosts in there. It's really creepy, but also like really vibey. And then she realizes that she has a stalker, and it's like really weird at first, but then like she kind of likes that she has a stalker. It's kind of interesting. I don't know why we feel that way, but we feel that way with her. We do not want to, I don't know, we're intrigued. We're intrigued by this like weird man that's staring at us through our window all the time. Are we mentally unstable? Yes. Yeah. But that's okay. Anyway, so that's Zaid, and we love him. And all I have to say is he's probably my favorite morally gray, like, character. He's up there, like, for sure. Like, he's probably right now my favorite. Because he really puts morally gray to shame. Like, morally gray, the definition has Zaid Meadows in it. For sure. So yeah, needless to say, I loved this. I don't want to tell you too much because I don't want to spoil it. But I will say, it's super dark. Check the trigger warnings. Please check the trigger warnings, because it's really, really dark. And then you will finish the first one and you will want that second one immediately. But just know, this one is way darker than the first. So if you felt on the fence, or you're like, okay, that was a little much for me, just don't pick this up. I want you to be mentally stable. I can handle to be mentally unstable at this capacity. I was fine. So, but I don't want you to not be fine. So please check. And if you have read this, let me know. I loved this duet. It was so good. Next, I picked up on my Kindle. I want new stickers, by the way, like, so bad. First of all, I was an idiot and like put my stickers straight on my case, which was stupid. But at the same time, I also don't love these ridges, so I want to get a new case anyway, and then get new stickers and like a pop socket and stuff. Anyway, I picked up Done and Dusted. It was so good. This author, like, I think it's her debut novel. She is the best. Excuse me. She made the perfect cowboy romance. I think my cat's having an exorcism right now. Excuse me. She just created like the fastest, I don't know how to explain it. She made the best cowboy romance that was like just fast paced. You were never like bored, because, you know, sometimes when romance are like, it's so predictable, you know what's gonna happen, but like you're just along for the ride. She made it so perfect, like just the way the plot drew out, the like amount of spice that happened. You weren't like waiting too long for things to happen, but it also didn't happen too fast. Like everything was so believable, and like you definitely rooted for the characters. You did get attached to the characters first because there was like dual POV and everything. Wow, and all I have to say is that the FMC is a horseback rider. She's like, she does races and stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's too early. And then the MMC is actually her brother's best friend, and he's a grumpy bar owner. Yeah. All I have to say is if you want to read about the MMC, like pouring, what was it? I think it was whiskey. Pouring whiskey in your mouth and then whatever happens after that, you should read it. You should read it. I've already recommended it to one of my friends who does not really read. She like likes the idea, but she just doesn't read that much. She ate it up so fast. So if you want a quick little super cute, so like spicy cowboy romance, please pick that one up. It was amazing. Also, I give that one like a 4.5 stars. Next, I just wanted something super fast because I read these during my reading 200 pages in a day for a week video. I'll link that at the end so you can go watch that. I love that video. This is super, super quick. This book is literally like 180 pages or something, or 170. I read this in like 3.5 hours. This is the novella to the Serpent and the Wings of Night. So it's in the same universe, but it's not the same characters. It's not related. But I wanted to pick it up because I saw somebody say that it was actually really good. And I was like, this will be perfect for like meeting my goal. And I exceeded my goal that day for my 200 pages. But this was so good. This was like, I wanna give it a 4.5. Like I wouldn't say like compared to everything it's a 4.5 because it was just a novella. So I feel like you can't really compare it to like Serpent and the Wings of Night. Like it's not gonna be the same, but for what it was and like how short it was, I felt so invested and I was like touched by the story, and it was just so good. Like something about it being short too just like made me feel like really happy. I don't know how to explain that. But yeah, basically this story is about Lilith. She lives in a human village where everyone is dying. We don't really know from what. It's giving like cancer, but way worse. Everyone is dying from a curse that has like fallen upon their village, and she is trying to save everyone, mostly her sister. So she finds out that like she could test vampire blood to see if it will cure everyone. So basically throughout the story, she goes and visits this vampire, and she's like, I need to take your blood. So I know you like collect things because you're really strange and old and weird. So I'm going to bring you a rose for every time that you give me blood. And that's what happens. And yeah, and it was just so cute and I really loved it. So next I picked up Magnolia Parks. Finally. I finally picked this up. This is 5 stars, okay? Everyone that tells you that this is amazing and that's like Gossip Girl and so like poetic, they are telling you the truth. I just wanted to try it because I'd never... What time is it? Oh, okay. I just wanted to give it a go. I just kept putting it off because I wanted to be in the right headspace for like more of a drama, I guess. I wish I picked it up sooner, but I'm so glad I read this finally. I was so attached to these characters. I was like rooting for them. Obviously there was a lot of drama, so just know that like you could get like irritated and annoying, but it is seriously like Chuck and Blair vibes. Like just, they're so toxic, but you're obsessed with it. And just the writing was so beautiful. I will pick up anything Jessa writes just because of how like poetic she is. I don't even know how to explain it. She just like makes you feel like you're reading the most important thing in the world about something that's not the most important thing in the world. And I love that. So this was a 5 stars. Definitely check it out if you have not yet. I'm so excited for the second book. I might read it on my Kindle, but I want I want all the rest of the books like in the pretty covers, but I might just have to wait a while to like order them. So I think I'm gonna pick up Daisy Hates on my Kindle because it's already on there. From what I know, I could be wrong. But yeah, just because I really want to see how Daisy's character is going to be and how that storyline is going to go, because I know a lot of people say they kind of like it better than the first one. So I really want to give that a try. So yeah, I really, 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 really loved this. Next, I finished on audiobook City of Ashes, which is the second book in the Mortal Instruments series. I have just been slowly trying to get through these. I'm on the third one now. I will say, if I had to read these physically, I would not be. Like, I would have DNF'd already. Just because I don't know what's wrong with me. I did not read these in middle school. I just didn't have the right book community back then, and I was just kind of reading whatever intrigued me, because I read a lot. Don't get me wrong, I read a whole lot. But I just like wasn't informed like anybody else about like what was cool to read. Because I had no cool friends that also read. When I went to school with a book in my hand, I got made fun of. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, but I'm just reading it for like just the principle of the thing, and I am still enjoying it. It's just not like I can't even rate it. I want to say it's like 3 stars. I'm enjoying it, but I just wish like the 2 books should have been put in one. The third book like is starting to actually like go somewhere, but I just felt like I've been reading forever or listening forever and like nothing's happening. So yeah, they just move kind of slow, but at least with the audiobook, it like I'm just reading it while I drive to work. But yeah, I also did start, this isn't like finished, so you know, but I started Legendary, which is in the Caraval series. I started that on audiobook as well. So yeah, I don't know when I'll continue getting through these, but I'm trying, and that's all you can do. Because one day I want to say that I read them, and I want to read the other books, and hopefully the other books will be a little bit more fast-paced. So, next I tried to do a 24-hour readathon. Let me tell you right now, I did not succeed. But if you still want to see it, you're more than welcome to go watch it. I just said we're posting it. Who cares that I didn't make it to 24 hours? I did not. But I have a full-time job and I like my sleep and I can't stay up. So, yep. I picked up Darling Venom. I wanted to mood read for this. I was like, strangely, I just wanted that, and it was storming outside. And I just wanted something a little bit like not so sunshine and rainbows. So I picked this up and I was so pleasantly surprised by this. It's basically enemies to lovers. And I can't really tell you much about the plot because it'll just spoil everything. All I have to say is you're going to be very surprised why it's enemies to lovers. And I ate it up. It was like the longest book of all time though. Like it was kind of not the best book to read for a 24-hour readathon. And now I know that. Because it was, I kid you not, like 580 pages or something. And I was like, I mean, it was on the Kindle. So is it that big in real life? Probably not. But it did feel like it was just like going on forever for what it was. So for that reason, I gave it a 4 stars. But I really loved the story. Trigger warning, there is suicide. So please check those. But it was really good. And I see why Sarah loves that book. I'm so glad I picked it up. And then lastly, what I read on vacation was A Ship of Bones and Teeth. I'm so glad I picked this up. I had saved it on my TikTok for like a summer book, and then I forgot about it. And then I was like, oh my god, I need to order that before I go on vacation, because it is Pirates of the Caribbean and A Little Mermaid dark romance vibes. I mean, say less. Like, actually, I was a Pirates of the Caribbean fan. Like, I still am. But I used to have posters on my wall. Jack Sparrow was going to be my husband. That's what I said. And my name is also Amber. And I'm glad I'm not that one, because we don't like her. He should have taken me instead, okay? Anyway. This is basically about Marin. She is a siren, a mermaid, and she trades her tail and her voice and her tongue to be a human. Her tongue grows back, don't worry. Because that was strange to me as well. I was like, how's that gonna work? Anyway, she does make Prince Eric fall in love with her, except he is I have no words. He is the scum of the earth. He abuses her verbally, physically, everything. So we hate him. And she's like, I made such a mistake. I've been tricked, like blah, blah, blah. And she wants nothing more than to go back to her old life because she was naive and everything. So They end up getting captured by a captain on this pirate ship, and things unfold. So, this was so good, though. The vibes were immaculate. It literally felt like a Pirates of the Caribbean freaking dark romance, and I loved it. Yeah. I don't know. I ate this up. This was so good. You definitely need to read this if you want a little bit more of like that, the summer vibes before we jump into fall. But if you're anything like me, you're probably already like starting to get in your fall reads, and that's okay. So that wraps up my wrap up for my July reads. So thank you guys for watching. I decided to do my TBR video separate because I think I'm gonna do a little fun thing with it. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope your reading month was what you wanted. But even if you read one book this month, that's a-okay, because that used to be me all the time. Now I have to go do training for my nursing job, so. But I'm glad I got to talk to you guys because it just like woke me up for the morning, put me in a good mood. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.